Back in November 2024, we said this. I'm not gonna lie, the cameras are incredible. And at the time, we were 100% serious. But now with this, the Vivo X200 Ultra, it kind of dials it up to the whole Spinal Tap 11 and takes it up to a whole another level when it comes to photography and video. But before we get to that, let's talk about this incredibly overpowering and striking design of the Vivo X200 Ultra. The design of the X200 Ultra looks especially striking in this dark red color, which is dominated by that rear housing on the back, and it houses that triple camera array, which we'll get to later in this review. Along the sides, the main significant change is this, the camera key at the bottom here, which allows you to control your camera, essentially zooms, apertures, and take photo and video as well. And the design is excellent. On the front, you have a 6.82-inch AMOLED display, 120 Hz with 4,500 nits of peak brightness. So if you're watching content back on this, you're gonna get super punchy colors when it comes to things like darker areas as well. Anything with color will pop out significantly, and the black areas stay black. And the brightness is excellent. What I would say, however, though, is this is a curved display in all four corners. So where everyone else has gone for a flat display, this is curved. Now, what powers the X200 Ultra is the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, which is a diversion from the Dimensity 9400 that was in the X200 Pro. When comparing the 9400 chipset to the Snapdragon 8 Elite, the significance is completely irrelevant. There's almost no real change. But when you're actually using the phone, when it comes to things like actual raw performance, things like charging the phone, 6,000 mAh battery, it will charge at 90 watts wired, 40 watts wireless, and it is rapid recharging, which is sick. And the performance is excellent, top tier level as you'd expect from a Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset and from a flagship smartphone like the X200 Ultra. You can really see this is when you're running your Call of Duty game and you have it in the maximum settings on FPS with medium graphics, or you balance it out with max on both, and it runs super smooth. No issue at all. The graphics make a significant difference. They look super high quality and everything runs really well, and there's no delay as well. So if you're gaming with earbuds in like we are here, you don't feel as though you're missing out on anything, where it's the touch input to the actual connectivity is almost instantaneous. So there's no issue at all when it comes to gaming. You get great performance on things like Call of Duty and pretty much any game, because this is a flagship chipset. If you move over to things like FunTouch OS, which is OS that powers this, it does have a lot of the AI features, but some of those are missing, so they're not actually available here in the UK, because this is of course an imported phone from China. And you do get some really great AI features. So AI Eraser works incredibly well. You also get access to a pull-out panel as well, which allows you to then quick access certain apps as well, which is pretty sick. And generally speaking, the phone runs incredibly well, no real issues at all, and the OS is super customizable. You can change anything from wallpapers to generate new wallpapers to customizing the lock screen. Everything runs very well, no issues here at all. And of course, the one thing that we've been talking about throughout this review that we've almost avoided really well is the cameras on the rear of the X200 Ultra, and wow, are they the standout of this particular phone. Let's break down the camera specs. You get 8K video on the back of this, but the main lenses, let's talk about that. You get a 50 megapixel main lens, a 200 megapixel telephoto periscope lens, 50 megapixel ultra wide, which makes it the triple camera on the array. On the front, you then get another 50 megapixel camera. And now we're going to break this down for you in the best possible way. So if you're looking at the main lens here, which is the main 50 megapixel lens, which is, I believe, a 35mm lens, you get insanely great quality. Granted, this is helped by the environment as well. This is West Wales in 10B, and you get insane amount of detail, zero issue with any sort of vignetting or loss of quality at all in any way, shape or form. But as you make your way up the various zooms, right to the top using the periscope, again, there's no real loss. What I would say is one of the shots here was taken with a 230mm periscope, and it looks insane. There is lots and lots of AI processing on here. In fact, on this chipset, you actually get towards the cameras anyway, you get an additional chips added to the camera lens to help with image processing an AI to make sure you get the best possible quality. So even if you're fully zoomed in, you're not losing a ton of detail. If you compare this to other flagships that we've reviewed, we do have a comparison coming against the S25 Ultra real soon. It blows it out of the water when it comes to zoom. It loses little to no detail, and the quality is absolutely amazing. If you then move over to night photography, it's exactly the same. There's very little in the way of loss of quality. It's super vibrant, punchy, keeps the dark areas dark, and then adds the light where it needs to kind of emphasize that it is night mode. It's not blowing out the shadows, not blowing out the darker areas to make them look more vibrant and brighter than they actually are. And all of this, the entire system has been absolutely amazing. We took hundreds and hundreds of photos with this particular phone, and it was just wow after each shot. It just looked incredible. And honestly, in terms of the camera experience, just in terms of photography, unmatched, incredible. That includes the ultra wide as well. Again, no vignetting, no sort of curvature around the sides as well, which sometimes you can find with some ultra wide lenses. No issues here at all. If you move on to video, again, super detailed. So we've got shots in 4K 60, 120 and 8K as well, to give you an idea of the quality you're getting on that video. Again, produces really well. Doesn't have that same cinematic feel as an iPhone would, but it does look super punchy. And this is all shot on the Zeiss filter, I guess, or lens, whatever you want to call the options you get with the settings, is shot on the Zeiss one. Then if we move on to one of the most key components of the whole phone, and that is actually the camera control button along the side. This, a little bit fiddly, not gonna lie, slightly unnatural using it. You do have to feel like you force yourself to use it. It's not simple or as refined, I think, as the one that's found on the Oppo Find X8 Pro, where simply you just click and you just shift your finger up and down. This has multiple options within it, which is a menu key you can barely access, but it does feel a little fiddly. You go in opposite directions to zoom in and zoom out, which is pretty weird. And we barely used this in taking all those hundreds of photos. We barely used it, but it's a useful tool. It's there, whether it expands and grows in other functions, things like AI functions, like it was weirdly on a 400 Lite, we could use Google Lens with it, then yeah, I can see it developing. But that's kind of our thoughts on the camera side. But as a whole, what do we make of the X200 Ultra? The X200 Ultra has a claim to be the greatest camera phone ever made. However, there are some downsides to this. Effectively, you can't buy this unless you import it in from China like we have. We haven't even mentioned the fact that this phone, in this incredible red colorway, with its incredible design, incredible build quality, super reliable OS, and incredible screen, also has IP69 dust and water resistance. So as a package, it's incredibly compelling, and there's little to not like about this particular phone. You even get an all-day 6000 mAh battery, 90 watts of wired charging, 40 watts of wireless charging, and if you import it from AliExpress like we have, you're paying around about $959 roughly to convert into the UK, which is pretty much the cost of something like a 16 Pro or an S25 Plus. This offers incredible value for money. The biggest downside, and why we would love to daily this, is you can't actually buy this here in the UK or anywhere outside of China. So the Vivo X200 Ultra is probably the greatest phone in terms of its camera ever made that you can't buy at all. But let us know in the comment section your thought on this Ultra phone. Would you buy this and its compromises and use it daily, or would you get a different Ultra phone, whatever that may be? Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, as always, we out.